Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, where today we're going to be taking a quick look, and I do mean a quick look, at the Dragon Ball Evolve, Bandai, Dragon Ball Z superhero, or is that just, that's just Dragon Ball. I'm sorry. This is the, like, kind of basic line that they have, no accessories, and not that much articulation, but he was 12 bucks on Amazon. He's an Amazon exclusive. And Piccolo is my favorite Dragon Ball character, so I want to do the thing where I have the main character from every show, and then my favorite character from the show, at least, and then my other favorites, obviously. But, yeah, we're going to get into this guy, and we're going to see if he works well with the SH Figure Arts Goku, and if he does, maybe he'll be my only Piccolo that I pick up. Spoiler alert, that's not going to happen because I love Piccolo, so I want all his other looks, his more iconic looks anyway. But I figured until that new SH Figure Arts Piccolo comes in, this will hold me over, hopefully. So, yeah, the packaging looks nice. I love the color they use up here, like the blast. I think that looks amazing. Piccolo, obviously, always aura farming. Aura farming some more, aura farming some more. You got the Toei animation at the top, Dragon Ball Evolve, all the warnings, Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, so, we're just going to open this up, and if you're an end card, mint on card collector, probably turn away for this part. But this is a pretty good mint card, honestly. If I didn't open my toys, I would be happy to hang that on my wall with the colors and everything. I think it looks nice. So, but I opened my toys, so. And since he has no accessories or anything anyway, I will just open him on camera. Alright? That's the best thing to do. Alrighty. Oh, and he feels... his arms feel a little loose, and his legs feel a little loose right out of the package. So yeah, right out of the package, we're just gonna put him next to Goku. And it's okay if you, like, I mean, maybe you can fudge sizes. This is not gonna, but realistically, this is not gonna work in a SH Figure Arts scale. I should have known that, but this guy can just be my Piccolo that I pose around because he seems to have pretty good articulation for what he is. And, yeah, and then the SH Figure Arts will be my, display Piccolo. Because I'm fine with having multiple Piccolos. Same way I'm fine with having multiple Zoros and Luffys. I'm cool with having multiple versions of the characters I like. I just want the definitive version also for my shelf. But, yeah. This is not going to scale with the SH Figure Arts, Goku, any of them, because they might have different bodies, but they're pretty consistently the same size. So, got that out of the way. We'll look at more size comparisons in a minute. But, let's just look at the details and see what's up. So, for $12, this guy's pretty good, honestly. I feel like, I would like him to come with, maybe an extra face or hands. Honestly, hands and a face would be all I really need from, like, this line. It would make it very nice to have swappable hands. Because as it is, I don't believe that they are swappable. And then a swappable head, because I don't think these are swappable either. Yeah, there is a ball up there, but it's like a weird setup. These are very basic. Something you get your little cousin for their birthday if they're a big fan of Dragon Ball. Anything, really. Yeah, they're not perfect. Not horrible. There's a little, like, slop right there. There's a little red. And it's not meant to be there, I don't think. Well, it is meant to be there, but it's not supposed to be... I don't know, that's more triangle than, like, the strip that's supposed to be, so... It's meant to be this, which is, like, his under. Some of the part is, like, that, like, under belt stuff. It's supposed to be like that. But it doesn't look... Because, as you can see, there's a little green right under that. I'm getting nitpicky because there's really nothing else to talk about. But, he's $12. He is very much worth it. And honestly, I feel like the Frieza from this line will work because Frieza's a small little fucker. So, honestly, if you want to get the Frieza, I think the Frieza from this line will work. I'm thinking about picking up that Frieza because even if he doesn't work for me, I can give him to my cousin who's a big Frieza fan and he can put him in his Frieza car and stuff. So, okay, so this guy does pop apart pretty easily, honestly, at the waist. So, I don't know if that's going to be annoying or not. I don't know which way the belt was, so... It looks, but it fills it out. So, yeah. We'll just look at articulation now, and then we'll do the size comparisons, and I'll let you be on your way. For head, you don't look up at all. Because So the ball joint in there is mounted into the head, not into the neck. So it's mounted in there. It's not like a double ball peg or anything. It's mounted in there. You're only getting 1 point of movement, and that's right here. It gets pretty good movement down, pretty good tilt, none up. So yeah, and then obviously you can look all around. And for the arms, they seem to be, they're on a actual ball as well. That's a dumbbell joint. So that's pretty good articulation for a $12 figure. So that goes up to there. And then you got the bicep swivel. You got single jointed elbows, which isn't great, but like I said, you give this to your little cousin that really likes Dragon Ball. You get the wrist swivel. Swivels in and out, so that's cool. Then for the torso, it's actually not a bad, amount. It can pop out pretty easily, but I mean, I was expecting this to be like a brick. I mean, granted, it's not getting you Amazing Yamaguchi levels or even Marvel Legends levels, but dare I say it again, a $12 toy. And I think if you replace this with cloth, you would get even more crunch. I mean, because just look. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, I was just proved wrong. Sorry, that's not true. So don't replace that with cloth because it's not going to do anything. And then you have like I call this like, these are the ugly ass SH figure arts hips, which aren't really that ugly to me. People just call them that. But you can get good range with all of that. So if you're a parent wanting to get your kid this, it's honestly worth it. Single jointed knee gets very good range for a single joint. That's very good. And then you have, okay, the hinge and stuff down here is weird looking. It looks very mechanical and robotic. But once again, I say $12. You can get probably like 4 or 5 of these for the same price. You'd be able to get, one Vegeta and a Piccolo. I mean, granted, the Gokus are normally only like $30. And, that might be too expensive for you. I completely understand that. But they're some of the cheapest you're going to get in the line. $12 though. I'm pretty sure they all run around $12. They have a Goku. They have, I think I saw a Trunks. I'm pretty sure I saw a Vegeta. I know there's a Frieza. I know there's at least 2 different types of Frieza. So yeah, this guy, it's not like groundbreaking. This isn't going to start me on a new line, but like, maybe I could pick up a few of these just to play with, honestly. Maybe do some customs with. You could honestly make some cool alien customs and some, like, mutants or something for, like, your X-Men shelf. So this guy goes, he goes pretty hard, honestly. And you can aura farm with him. It's not going to be the perfect aura farm, but, like, you can do some stuff. I don't know if you're going to be able to cross your arms. You're not really going to exactly be able to cross your arms. That's cool. There's a pin at the bicep that pops out pretty easily. So this guy pops apart pretty easily. You could definitely customize him. So, yeah, he might not be perfect, but he's definitely fun for what he is. So, definitely pick him up if you're a parent wanting to get him for your kid, or if you're a kid with a little pocket change. Amazon exclusive, $12. Picking up your groceries anyway, I say go for it. Now, for size comparisons, we're going to go SH Figure Arts Naruto, and then we're going to bring back in Goku just to have Goku in here. Let's put Goku back into a more neutral stance instead of having his weird thing up like that. And yeah, like I said, these are not going to work. This is a 5-inch figure. I thought I read it as 6-inch on the site, on the actual page on Amazon, but I'm an idiot. I did not. I clearly did not. There's the SH Figure Arts Deku. Here's the SH Figure Arts Zoro. So, got 3 green guys. These guys don't have green skin. I didn't know what else to say. So, now we have the Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom. So, he's not going to scale with any of your lines, really. This is a Marvel Legends, this is the Bucky cap, but I put some stuff on him to make him like a war old man cap, and I think that's pretty cool. And I really like the pose I have him in, like shooting the gun through the cracks of the shield. But yeah, as you can see, he's not going to scale with any domestic lines either. This isn't a domestic line, but I was just showing the Marvel Legend to show he's domestic. Here's another domestic. We have the West Coast Avengers 5-pack Iron Man, Silver Centurion, and then here's the Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man. Because as you can see, even crunched down, the scale's probably not going to work. So that sucks and all, but this is probably going to just be like a little desk figure I have by me at all times. You can get, look at this. I don't usually sit around posing my figures on camera, but I have a little time. I mean, that pose is almost as good as an SH Figure Arts. You can get some good stuff out of this. The only thing hindering my, like, how much stuff I can do with this is there's no, like, angry faces or open hands or accessories or anything. If it had that, I might collect this instead of SH Figure Arts, for Dragon Ball Z at least. Because, cheaper. I'm not saying that SH Figure Arts is bad at all, by any means. And yeah, you can tell he's cheaper. He's got the hinges there, and they look cheap. But also, SH Figure Arts does that too. They have that as well, see? I mean, it doesn't look as bad, but, it's still... This isn't Piccolo, so it's harder to tell, because Piccolo has those. But, like, they do that too. And then, the only thing that I think SH Figure Arts probably has a beat on is they usually have movable necks and movable heads up in the top. And it's normally dumbbell joints. So that gets you a lot more movement. And then they also have the, the hinge and swivel joint where you can plug off and move it in any direction. This one just goes in and out like a domestic type joint. But, this is way better than that basic Rock Lee I reviewed, like, I think 2 years ago. If you haven't seen that review, probably don't go back and watch it, because it's probably really even worse than this one, even worse than my current reviews. And my current reviews aren't all the best. That figure sucked. Major balls. That was a best action, is what it was called. Rock Lee, and I really wanted a Rock Lee. He's my favorite Naruto character. And he was about this scale, I'd say. And since they're teenagers, he runs even smaller. But yeah, this guy is not big, but he's pretty mighty for what he is. He's not bad. I'm going to take this out there and just pose him around for a little bit, I think. See what I can do. So, yeah, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.